Hello, everybody. Well, should I say hello, Cancers? Hello, Cancers. This is your roast video. This is the roast video for the Zodiac sign of Cancer. This video is part 3 of 3, and this is your roast of Cancer. So here we go. Now, Cancer overall, like I said in the previous videos, I love Cancer. But they don't say Cancer is deadly for no reason. Cancer can actually be a very, very scary, actually horrifying sign if you really get to know the dark side of a Cancer. There's I've known many people who have just tried to disconnect Cancer from their life altogether. They've changed their phone number, they changed their address, they changed their email addresses and passwords and everything because they don't want to have nothing to do with Cancer. Because Cancer can be quite horrifying, and Cancer can be a really scary sign from time to time. Excuse me. So that brings me to the first part of the Cancer roast, which I want to talk about temper. The Cancer temper. The Cancer temper is to say it's scary would be an understatement. Again, Cancer is deadly. When a Cancer loses their temper, and for the very, very few people who actually experience that really, truly dark side of a Cancer, I feel really, really bad for that person, or for those people, because when a Cancer loses it, when a Cancer loses their temper, they don't just attack that one person who has upset them. A Cancer, a typical Cancer, will just create hell all across the board. Like a Cancer will bring everybody down. And a Cancer, and the thing that makes Cancer the most dangerous of all is that a Cancer, they don't care who you are. They don't care who you are. They don't care what you are or who you think you are or who they just they don't care. And this is where Cancer becomes a very, very dangerous sign. um is when it comes down to the fact that Cancer just, they don't see consequence, they don't see, nor do they have a conscience when they are driven to the point, or driven to the brink of no return. Cancer, they don't see consequence. They don't care who you are. They don't care who you think you are, what you are, or this and this and this. Cancer don't care. Okay? Because in a Cancer's mind, by the time they do something very extreme, they have already repressed a lot of emotion. They've already felt so much. All right, and that's another thing. I mentioned the word extreme, and I want to touch base on that as well. I'm going to use the word extremist when it comes to Cancer, because Cancers are very much extremists. When I say extremists, I mean that a Cancer, if they're happy, if a Cancer is happy, they're extremely happy. If a Cancer is sad, they are extremely sad. If a Cancer is depressed, they're extremely depressed. Everything about a Cancer is so extreme, and a Cancer will let you know. And chances are, if you are either the parent or the friend or the sibling of a Cancer, chances are you will resonate with that, because chances are you've had experiences with this Cancer where it's like a Cancer will say something and it's so extreme. Like it's just on another level. Like a Cancer will just come out and a Cancer will say some shit that you didn't even see it. You didn't even see it coming, but the Cancer did. The Cancer already knew exactly what Cancer already knew what Cancer was going to say. Yeah, they're extremists in that way. Cancers can also lead a double life. That's a very interesting fact there about cancers. I've known people that will look at cancer and say, "Oh, he's gay. He's definitely gay," or "She's a lesbian. She's definitely a lesbian," or "He's straight," or "She's straight." You know. And the thing to remember is that again, it comes down to that sort of extremist and "I don't care" way of thinking. Cancers are more than capable um, of leading a double life. So a cancer can lead a double life. Cancers, if really anybody in the entire zodiac family, a cancer is more than capable of being bisexual. A cancer can be interested in women just as much as a cancer can be interested in men. And all the while, everybody will be saying, "Oh my God, what's going on? I wish I knew. I wish he would open up to me. I wish I wish she would open up to me," you know. And it's like everybody's trying to guess and everybody's trying to sort of figure out the cancer brain and trying to figure out the cancer mentality. And nobody ever will. And at the end of the day, you need to remember that cancer is always going to leave you hanging in suspense. So that's another thing that people may not like about cancers. There sometimes well, not sometimes, all the time. Cancer does not feel like they owe you an explanation, and a cancer will go through their life. Sometimes cancer will get themselves in trouble. They get themselves in trouble with the law. They'll get themselves in trouble emotionally, physically, and like I said, with the law, they'll just get themselves in trouble. And yeah, and at the end of the day, it all comes down to in their mind they feel like I don't owe you an explanation. And that's cancer. And cancer, again, like I've said in a previous video, cancer is the mother of the zodiac family. So cancer does not feel like they owe you an explanation for anything, for their actions, period. If anything, cancer feels like you owe them an explanation. Yeah, so cancer doesn't feel like they owe you an explanation. So if you think you're going to get an explanation from a cancer, then you're going to need to just keep looking, because chances are that's not going to happen. So moving right along, um, in the roast of cancer, I'm going to talk about some cancer celebrities, and I made a list of them right here. Woo! My trusty list. So the first celebrity cancer that I'm going to talk about is O.J. Simpson. Now, O.J. Simpson, need I say more? He's yeah, O.J. Simpson's a cancer, very promiscuous and questionable history and whatnot, and that's very very reminiscent of a cancer in general. Courtney Love. Courtney Love is another one. I mentioned Courtney Love because not only is she a drunken, intoxicated whore, but also everybody, there's the whole Kurt Cobain thing, and then in the end, it's like what we believe, what everybody was led to believe, was that Kurt Cobain was depressed and he got access to a firearm and he shot himself in the face or in the head or whatever, and he killed himself. He committed suicide. But then on the other hand, there's a lot of other people that said that at the time when Kurt Cobain supposedly killed himself, he was actually very happy and he was actually more stable than he ever was in his entire life, and that he was actually looking forward to raising his young child that he had at the time. Kurt Cobain was in a new relationship at the time, and then there was Courtney Love, who was the other woman who had Kurt Cobain beforehand, and apparently she wasn't very happy with him seeing some other woman. There's some conspiracy theories that maybe Courtney Love set something up, maybe perhaps paid somebody to kill Kurt Cobain and make it look like an accident. Mm, there's that clingy cancer, psychotic cancer personality. I can totally see Courtney Love doing something like that, and her being a cancer. Yeah, Who knows? Anyway, another celebrity cancer is Meryl Streep. Now she's not, as far as we know, she's not a psychotic killer. Um, but I mentioned Meryl Streep because she's portrayed so many different images, and she's portrayed so many different personas on screen, and that's very reminiscent of a cancer personality. It's very reminiscent of the cancer qualities. A cancer can really be anything that you want them to be, really, in an extreme case. And I think Meryl Streep is a good example. I'm going to mention Chris Pratt, who was formerly married to the comedian Amy Poehler. Amy Poehler, I believe, is an Aries, and Chris Pratt is a Cancer, so that explains why they didn't work out very well. According to Amy Poehler, Chris Pratt was a playboy and he was not faithful to her, and all this and that. So there's Chris Pratt. Pamela Anderson is a celebrity Cancer. Obviously, very promiscuous, very experimental with her personality, and very extreme. Like I mentioned, very extreme in the things that she does and just the things that she says. Another Cancer celebrity personality I'm going to mention is Lindsay Lohan. Lindsay Lohan obviously is a very troubled individual. Again, like I mentioned, Cancer having issues with the law and coming into confrontation with the law and not really caring about the consequences or about the outcomes. So, yeah, there's Lindsay Lohan. And last but not least, the last cancer celebrity I'm going to mention is Tom Cruise, who, oh my God, I hate to even admit that this man is a cancer because this man is just an absolute psycho. Like, Tom, if there's a celebrity who is genuinely a psycho, it's Tom Cruise. Who would disagree with that? Really, seriously, who would disagree with that? Yeah, Tom Cruise, just that whole Scientology thing, and Tom Cruise is involved there with Kirstie Alley and John Travolta, and then there's the whole Leah Remini thing. And Leah Remini, which I mentioned in a Gemini video, Leah Remini. Leah Remini basically tried to bring down the whole Church of Scientology. Like, Leah Remini was like, fuck this shit. I hate all you guys. Like this is just a bunch of shit. Anyway, I love Leah Remini. I'm sorry. Anyway, yeah, but Leah Remini's a Gemini. But in this video, I'm talking about the roast of cancer, and that was Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise, like, I mean, this man is just a psycho. I'm sorry, cancer. I don't know what else to say. Yeah. So anyway, that's my take on my roast of cancer. I hope you guys liked this video. Hope you guys found it intuitive. If you're a cancer and you're watching this video, you probably took it right to heart, and I hope you did. Kind of. I don't know. I don't know. Hopefully, I don't know, cancer. Anyway, that was my roast of cancer. So take care, everybody, and stay safe. Don't get COVID-19, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye bye.